Hello everybody, and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. We're playing some Rogue Trader today, and moving on with the story.
My options open.
The Drukhari just tried to bomb our ship, we stopped it, disarmed the bomb. Now we get to see what's happening next. Uh-oh. Hope we didn't just crash. We might have... Nope, we're good. Okay. The vessel stands ready, my lord. Okay, I could do some level ups, but I don't know if I care to. We spent a lot of time doing level ups in the last episode. Let's see. What would be good for you? Sure, Dawn of Victory. Okay, I could do that. Tech use and demolition goes up by 10. We'll take Crossfire Zone. And then for this one, let's see. Okay, Backdraft. So some more kind of like spreading damage from psychic powers. Honestly, she's probably still very good. Seeing all the abilities we've been taking, like her build is probably actually very effective. I could probably take her out and she'd still be nuking people. Even though she has like a 1 in 20 chance of like causing us some issues, like she's still a powerhouse. Okay. So are we done here? That was it? So what are we on to next then? What's our next goal? Rendezvous point. Turned out to be a trap. The Rogue Trader must return to Dargonus immediately to regroup and clarify. Okay, House Valancius. Let's go back to our home system. I have an urgent message from Dargonus. Lord Captain, our astropaths are receiving numerous transmissions. But no, these aren't ordinary messages. Each and every one is a plea for help. Dargonus is reporting a massive Xenos raid, and every mental image transmitted is wreathed in flame. Oh dear. Master Zachary is struggling to determine when exactly the invasion began, but all signs point to it happening shortly after your departure to the Cinerus Maleficum. Any delay condemns the world to even greater suffering. Your people are begging for immediate aid. All right, let's go. Oh, whoa, what? What is this? Okay, something's about to happen. Instead of admiring themselves, monkeys should direct their gaze to the world around them more often. But it's such a good painting of... Oh, I didn't even realize that trophies were starting to show up in this room. A diffuse explosive device, created by inhuman hands and brought aboard the Von Valancius ship by Xenos raiders. The stuffed corpse of a Slith, a bizarre xenobeast that was once in the service of the Drukhari. Yeah, both of these just happened. The Mask of Aurora, the prophet of the archenemy who foretold the final dawn on Rykad Minoris. The hideous head of a steel devil destroyed by the rogue trader aboard a corrupted void ship. Cool. Any other ones? Looks like we got one over here. A fascinating delicately smelling flower from the agri-world Janus is but one symbol of the rescue of the planet from the clutches of chaos worshippers. Alright, cool. Taking careful steps almost without a sound, Yrliet examines the study's interior, raising her brows in surprise and muttering something to herself in the Eldari language. Yrliet, what a pleasant surprise to see you here. I had no idea this was your dwelling until I entered it. She's just venturing in places. That's dangerous for you, girl. The Eldari turns her emerald gaze on you. It seems she is completely unfazed by your sudden appearance. On my craft world, we all held to a simple custom. You may set your foot wherever your path requires. Sacred ground was the only exception to this rule. Is there something sacred in this room, Elentok? Yrliet looks around the room. I do not think so. I am somewhat surprised, but I am not opposed to such visits. You may come here anytime you like. Yrliet tilts her head in confusion. Do I need permission to do so? But is your entire world contained within this tiny metal cage, Elentok? Your ship, these chambers, they are but a speck of dust, an island, a temporary shelter in a world that is far bigger and more expansive than... Well, enough of that. Now that you are here, I wish to speak with you about our agreement. I have traveled through the Veil many times inside your still-winged bird, and every time her voice torments me, trying to drive me mad. Yrliet stares through you, unconsciously touching the spirit stone on her chest with a trembling hand. Her whispers fill my ears each time I enter the warp, inescapable and incessant, poisoning and inflaming every single emotion and thought, making them uncontrollable. I have learned to shut myself off, as best I can, just so that I might have the chance to search for what I have lost. We found everyone we could, Elentok, and all of them were dead. Hopelessness and despair gleam in Yrliet's eyes, and her voice breaks treacherously. But the thread of fate is broken, and I no longer know how to help my people. I failed to save anyone, and I failed to learn the truth about Kruderak's demise. I have lost my way, and I thought you were the only person on this ship who might understand. I was not wrong to think so, was I? For a moment, a sad smile flickers on Yrliet's face, and her voice rings with agonizing doubt. No matter what, you tried to keep your promise, even if your species loves to stamp out any life form that they find undesirable. Do not give up. You will find what you're looking for, and I'll help you. What is this, Elentok? Consolation? What do you... Yrliet's words are interrupted by a strange sound similar to a stifled sigh. Her gaze trained upon something past you. Turning around, you see what has caught her attention. An odd, unsightly shard of porous material mounted on the wall like a trophy. So this? An entire kaleidoscope of emotions plays across her face, changing too quickly to catch. She sighs once more, and then her feelings are concealed behind an impenetrable, impersonal mask. What is this monkey? Yrliet's voice sounds unusually cold. I wonder if this is like... Ooh. I'm guessing it's something important to her or her people in some way, and having it on the wall is an insult to her? Okay, looks like Jay is going to help us get to a 65%. Examine the trophy on the wall. We succeeded, okay. The strange shard has been here since at least the day of your ascension to the rogue trader's throne. Looking closely, an odd thought nags at your mind. It may be disfigured and corroded by some unknown power, but it vaguely resembles a wraith bone, a material crafted by the Eldari. I hope that our predecessor didn't have anything to do with Kruderak's demise. Something has changed. It is as though you have cut yourself off from me. Yrliet, what is going on? She looks at you, her eyes devoid of every emotion. every shred of life and warmth that you previously beheld in them. Ugh. Alright, whatever progress we made I think was just undone. You are observant, Elentak. How unusual, but there is no need to trouble your mind with conjecture. I have inflicted enough of my unbridled feelings upon you, but I am in control again. Enough. I have lingered here too long. From now on, I will avoid entering places you would prefer to keep hidden from me. Oh my god. Shit. Alright, well, one step forward, two steps back, huh? That's rough. Okay. Whatever it was, she didn't like it. We should check shops soon. Okay, so let's check on our projects. Lord Captain, the mines of Vibo 6 are once again in turmoil. At the depths of the level MD Zeta 05, the warders have discovered a mountain of mutilated bodies, as if crushed by the millstones of the mining machines. All the dead are convicts. The guards believe that there is a cult of heretics operating in the ranks of slaves, offering human sacrifices. The convicts themselves claim that this atrocity was committed on the order of the superintendent to rid the prison of the more inconvenient prisoners. The superintendent tried to reason with the mob of slaves, but was mauled instead. His desecrated remains were found inside the cells where the prisoners were being tortured during the interrogation of the strange convicts. The wardens have managed to isolate the rebels inside the mining facilities, but an assault would result in high losses of workforce. On the other hand, the slaves are ready to lay down their weapons, cease this violence, and repent if the rogue trader would only demonstrate some compassion towards their plight. Possibly by reforming some of the more severe punishments. Okay. Who killed those people that were found in the mines? No. The riot made the investigation more difficult. Maybe it was the work of the superintendent, or maybe there is, say, a cell of the Cult of the Final Dawn operating among the prisoners. There is an oddity on the few picks that the wardens have managed to scrounge together. Using your imagination a little, you can see a certain pattern in the scattered bodies. One that is remotely similar to the one those difficult prisoners had been drawing. Okay, and last we heard, those didn't seem to be tied to... They were having it was like a language that nobody could decipher, but so far we've seen no indication that it was also a tie to the cult. Okay, advisors? Shireen, if the governor and a pack of wardens cannot handle their duties, should they not take the place of their wards? And could there not be worthy administrators among those who oppose them? Those who could do better? A mob of commoners has mauled a noble man who had been attempting to reason with them. How awful. Perhaps the underground madness has spread among them, and assumed a new form, turning them into monsters in the process. It would be cruel to kill them if this is the case. It is much more humane to dissect their brains in order to well-meaningly reduce their ferocity and inclination towards disobedience. Oh my god. It had once been done by my house, when the serfs had rebelled in their ignorance, a rather merciful step. Alright, our fish queen she's a cold one. She gets shit done though, huh? I do not care about the wardens, the convicts, or their problems. I care about the dead bodies. Who left them? That is the important question. If the bodies are not destroyed yet, then we can conduct a divination. The ritual is not very appetizing, but a psyker, not on the squeamish side, could learn more about their death. That doesn't sound like a bad call, honestly. Okay, complacency and efficiency and mercy to the fallen. +2 resolve. Okay, complacency. We lose some efficiency. Scourge of Vibo 6. All allies gain a 3% critical hit chance. Everyone knows the ruthlessness of the rogue trader. Which one is that? Oh yeah, House Valancius. Yeah, brutal, man. Brain dissection. No minuses to that one. I might do Cassia's, as cold as that is. What did this one do again? +2 resolve. It's pretty good too. And we get complacency and efficiency. Those are all both pretty high at this point. I really like that +3% critical hit chance. Shall I hope for House Valancius' aid in sharing their knowledge about the brain dissections of the serfs? My girlfriend is making me a lot colder, I gotta say, man. If it wasn't Cassia suggesting it, I don't know if I'd be able to do this, but Fish Queen for life, baby. Let's go. Number 5. Dissections of the serfs. Let's go. Oh my gosh. We shall share the wisdom with the von Valancius dynasty. And she talks so sweet while she explains the horrible, horrible things that her house does. The slaves who had their brains dissected have lost any urge to cause violence and provoke others. Now they find quiet pleasure in monotonous work and lack of communication with other people. The officers noted that the experiment has been highly successful. The interrogation also did not yield any information to help identify the one behind the murders that sparked the riot. That's the interesting thing, is I feel like these have lasting consequences for the future as well. Had we done the divination with what's her face? I'm forgetting the people who were in my back party. I'm forgetting their names. Non-sanctioned psyker. I wonder if hers would have led us towards who's actually, in charge of this sort of hidden language group that's in the prison. Okay, so Plasteel. We're kind of back up on Plasteel quite a bit. What's our lowest at this point? Adamantine? No, it's mechanisms is our lowest at the moment. Okay. Drusian reputation. We've also got Test of Wills. Cannoneers recruited from the warlike tribes of Vibo 6 are noted for their outstanding marksmanship. Torpedoes deal 15% more damage. People and security for everybody. Okay, Promethium, chemicals. All allies gain +5 ballistic skill and +5% damage to their ranged attacks. Rogue Traders' munitions are produced with Visaline of the highest quality. That's pretty good too. So that blocks out these two. So we're choosing between these 3. What is the requirement for this one? You have to have Envirodome, which I think is locked anyway. Yeah, because we took ergonomics, so that one doesn't... We can never get that one. Don't worry about that one. Okay. Okay, let's do this one first, and then later I think we'll do Holy Servitude. Okay, just making sure it doesn't block the one I want. It blocks Lair in the Void, this one. Okay. Killing Fields then, let's go. Let's check on our trade real quick. Each time the wearer spends 10 stacks of tactical advantage, they gain +1 resolve until the end of combat. How have we not gotten any of these? Okay, it's a Drukhari weapon. Two-handed. It is a sniper, and it looks like it's pretty powerful, too. We'll check that on Yrliet. If the wearer inflicts the bleeding, burning, or toxin effect, this target gets an additional +2 stacks. Yeah, lots of Eldari stuff. Whenever the wearer kills a target with a single ranged attack for the first time in combat, the wearer immediately gains an additional attack this round. Okay, we'll check that on Yrliet too. That could be very good. Yeah, that could be really good on her. I think we just got her an eyepiece, but this might be better. These gauntlets grant the wearer a 10% bonus to critical hit chance. The bonus doubles if the wearer hasn't moved during their turn. Yeah, this is all stuff for her, I feel like. Heavy armor, okay. Psyker's breastplate. So I don't think this is going to be for anybody if it's a Psyker thing. Reduces the chance of triggering psychic phenomena. Hold on. And what is this one? Heavy stubber, solid projectile. Rate of fire is 12. It's a Gatling gun. Are we like hitting certain thresholds in the game where more things show up in some of these things, or is something else going on? Because I know that we collected some of this early stuff that was in 0, but is this stuff new? Or like, does it replenish? I'm a little bit confused about some of these things that I feel like we picked up already, but I'm not going to complain, I guess. Okay. So there we have it. Okay, we just give you all that stuff. Getting a little closer to 9. Okay. So is this the one that's equipped? Yes. 12 speed, strong acceleration and braking. 13 speed, low acceleration and braking. Keep what we've got. 120 points of protection for each sector. Okay, once again, we'll keep what we got there. Void ship weapons provides void ship weapons with targeting data. 80% hit chance, 15% crit rate. Lower crit rate, higher hit percent. And then what does this one do? 90 hit, 20 crit. Hell yeah, right there. There's an upgrade. From this menu, can I... No, it's not going to let me. Okay. I would love it if I could send them from this list so that I didn't have to find them in this list to send them to cargo. Auger array and assault scanners. Is it that one? Okay. Negates 9 points of damage on the 4, 5 points on all other sides. Galleon Ceramite. 4 shots, 27 damage. Okay. 421. 333. That'd be 66, and then that one does... Yeah, that one does less, yeah. 414. 321. Zoa macro cannons, those can go to cargo. Okay, Sunhammer Lance. Is this one going to be better? Long range lance weapon, 84 to 98. Wide firing arc. This one's probably going to be more like the sniper ones that we originally had. But I think we're going to equip this one. So let's equip this for now. I may keep the other one. Okay, we have a lot of this type. Okay, for the prow. Five torpedoes, 27 damage. Does each one do that much damage? So 5 with 27 damage each, and then as they get, you know, small, I think that's how that works. Or you can put a lance weapon on. I think I want to keep at least one longer range one and torpedoes, so. Okay. We'll keep that one because it's kind of like a little shotgun. Okay. Okay, Yrliet. Yep, this is better. $18 to $28. Lower starting damage, higher top damage. Additional hit chance goes up by 5%. Armor penetration's the same. We don't get dodge reduction. Less range. Less max ammo. I still like the Wanderer's Portent better. I just do. Yep. It's not worth it to get like 3 extra top damage and 5% additional hit chance when she already hits pretty well. And the extra a turn or whatever that she gets from critting with her Deadeye, it just makes that weapon so damn good. It just is what it is. Okay. 10% crit chance, 20 if they haven't moved. What else do you got on you, Argenta? Because that might be good for you. Oh, that's just a base 25% critical damage, making it instantly better. Okay. Well, there you have it. I'm gonna have to do some major inventory stuff soon. We're getting a little bit sloppy in our inventory at the moment. Okay. Vibo 6 has begun a new stage of development. Lord Captain, the Astropathic Choir have caught glimpses of horrifying visions coming from Vibo 6. Something has breached the colony from underground soon after a new sector of deep tunnels has been put into operation. It was overrun by monsters. Man, this planet is having a hard time. They lurk in the darkness, swarm in the shadows, attack quietly, and leave nothing in their wake, consuming flesh, plasteel, and rockreed. The churring of 1,000 claws heralds their approach, and desperate cries can be heard in the silence of the tunnels. Praise be to the Golden Throne, these creatures do not seem to be interested in getting to the surface. However, they have seized several active mines and are doing Emperor only knows what. What are the creatures? Well, none who have faced them have survived. The frightened workers call them a swarm because they crawl along the tunnels like a wave. They say that the enemies are vast in number and are insect-like. One of the workers who was lucky to survive the attack has since come up to the surface. The horror drove him mad, but he held a wrench covered with strange engravings. The pattern was exactly the same as the one that the mad convicts had been etching into the walls. Okay, interesting. What is the game called? There's another Warhammer game, Darktide? And I think that they fight like a bug race that are basically swarming. And I wonder if that's what this is. I don't know what the race is called, but what think my advisors? The threat is unknown. Establishing the nature of the threat is the top priority. Collateral losses are insignificant. Requesting authorization to coordinate an offensive operation to be carried out by penal battalions in order to determine the nature of the attack. We have to block off this threat and protect the people. To do this, we must blow up the tunnels, but to make sure that the plan works, it has to be done in zones currently occupied by this unknown enemy. I am sure that a dozen brave men can be found in the colony, ones willing to accept the grace of martyrdom and descend into the darkness with the explosives. Okay. Carapace fragment. Negates all energy damage. Cannot occur more than 3 times per combat. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Carapace fragment for that one as well. Master of the Inferno. All allies gain 10 demolition and deal 10% more fire damage. Not all that useful. Let's go with Pascal's. Create a plan for the counterattack. May our tactical analysis be graced by optimality. The ruthless plan of Magus Hanoiman has been constructed with the utmost logical perfection, taking its efficiency and losses into account. The smaller groups were sacrificed in order to preserve the forces of the larger ones. The Vibo 6 defense squad met some swarm in the darkness. The monstrous insects clad in metal carapaces tore apart everything with their mandibles. The carnage inside the narrow caves cost many lives, but in the end the creatures were exterminated, and their vile lair, not unlike a metallic crypt, has been ransacked and its treasures removed. Okay, Holy Servitude next. We'll get some more Drusian reputation. Alright, Drukhari. Time to feel the wrath of the rogue trader. they behind me? Oh yeah. Okay, and more are probably gonna come in. Where's the third one? Okay, let's check the range of our weapons. Okay, there's our sniper. That's as far as I... Oh, barely out of range on that one. We'll do that.
With the force of a supernova!
Ooh, okay, those are some good hits. Maybe I should have attacked before pulling these out. One down. Ooh, I'm gonna miss that one that had the longer range, but that's okay. Boarding party. We can stop them from moving, but it's out of range. Whoops, I should have reinforced one of my sides, but it looks like it won't matter too much here.
The target's void shield has been weakened.
Okay, he's still alive. Oh, never mind, maybe not. You've got a lot of attacks. Oh my goodness, that's not fair. And you get to move whatever that is? Rude. That's so rude. Okay, reinforce the shields on that side. I think that's all I'm gonna do this turn. Damn, that's a lot more movement than I was hoping for. Yeah, he's gonna be able to destroy that. He's got so many attacks. Another set of bombers? Okay, hate that.
Let the void sort them out.
I think they're basically the same as torpedoes.
Engage the engines! Fire at will!
Oh, whoops, I thought that was that one. I got it mixed up. That's kind of my bad, but that's okay. We kind of want that anyway.
Helmsman, take us in.
I don't know how these work. If they work just like torpedoes, this isn't enough movement for us.
Engage the engines.
This might still do damage to me, huh?
All hands, prepare for acceleration.
Okay, it did not. Damn, but I think both of those are gonna attack me. What does this do? Boarding party? Okay.
Burn in the fires of retribution.
Wow, that was enough. I didn't know it did damage. I thought it was just gonna stop them. Okay. And you couldn't reach us. We'll take it.
The Emperor commands. We act.
Okay, not bad. Not bad. Another one of those 3 at 33. Took no hull damage on that one. Let's go, team. Well, this doesn't look good.
Is there money to be made?
Long live the rogue trader. Looks like they're holding it down to some degree, though. Clementia looks haggard, with deep shadows under her eyes and her hands trembling slightly. She is staring at you with a mixture of amazement and bitterness. Your lordship, is it really you? We lost all hope of seeing you again. Dargonus has been hit by a mass Xenos attack. The fleet's resistance was broken in mere hours, then the invaders commenced a planetary raid. The planetary defense forces were able to hold the inner perimeters of several cities. 2 of the attacks were stifled on the approaches to settlements, but the fights continue here as well, in the Von Valancius Palace. Lady Versari, where is Achilles Scyllander? I thought I'd see him here by your side. The Secretary's exact whereabouts are unknown, but under normal circumstances, he hardly ever set foot outside the palace grounds. I'm sure you realize what this could... So yeah, we had some hints that maybe he knew more about the Xenos. So like, is he part of a betrayal? Is that what we're supposed to believe? Lord Xenos, the Drukhari are after living victims above all else. Why would they waste their forces assaulting the palace when they could be storming another city? Alas, I don't know the answer, your lordship. When the Xenos attacked the palace, they sent a force so great that the increased warden presence and the defense perimeter were wiped out in minutes. By the throne, whatever they're looking for in there, they've spared no troops to get their hands on it. Okay, I need more details. What has transpired? The attack began a few hours before dawn over the capital. They first attacked the fleet. We received boarding calls right before we lost communication with the crews. Their sacrifice wasn't for naught. The ground troops had the time to start mobilizing, and the civilians went on to organize the defenses. Several hive cities managed to hold their perimeters, others sustained greater losses. And 2 cities were completely devastated. Our intelligence still knows nothing about the fates of millions of people. There is high likelihood that we've lost them forever. Okay. I vow to make the Xenos pay dearly for every human life they've claimed. Oh, what I wouldn't give to join the punitive expedition, your lordship, but my duty is to the welfare of this planet, not military operations. Clementia's voice grows sterner, and she practically spits out, "This is my plea to you, rogue trader. Make them rue the day that they decided to assault Dargonus. Oh, I will. Where's Governor Driveston?" The governor is currently protected within a well-fortified bunker, as are the heads of the other noble houses. Clementia grinds her teeth audibly. Still, each family has provided all available resources to the defense of Dargonus, or rather the defense of their respective regions. Yeah, they better have. Okay. What is the current situation? She closes her eyes for a second, giving in to the overwhelming exhaustion. The PDF is on its last legs, your lordship. We've been waging a war of attrition for too long. Without any chance of support from outside, I pray to the Emperor that your arrival will change the tide of this operation. I intend for it to. I have a feeling that the palace is the anchor point of the enemy's raid. Our Vox engine seers are registering unknown signals coming from your residence to other areas on the planet. The scum must have set up a control center inside. We take out their command and will weaken their peripheral forces. This is an outrage. Xenos have pillaged my palace, my precious residence? I'm afraid so, your lordship. The attack on the palace began later than the rest, once the reserve forces had been transferred to other regions, which is particularly odd, Clementia falters. They weren't tempted by an entire city at the apex of which your residence stands. The wedge of the enemy forces targeted the palace specifically. We've cut off the periphery forces from those that made it inside the palace, and we continue to storm the building. We've killed so many of those beasts, but the Xenos are repelling our assault with ferocity. It's as if they're waiting for the right moment, or perhaps they haven't yet completed whatever goal they're pursuing inside the palace. Okay, we're going in. She bows. With awe and gratitude, I transfer the command of the ground operation over to you, your lordship. The local troops are at your service. I beg of you, save Dargonus. Soldiers, the rogue trader is with us, and therefore the Emperor himself. Everyone who can hold a weapon, to the front line. Sergeant, for what? We've lost already. What's the point? Any more cowards here? To the line. Yes, sir. Well then, there we have it. The Vox transmits the same repeating recording, desperate calls for help, heart-rending cries, and the hysterical howl of a dying man. You will rue the day.
Let us not dawdle.
These Xenos don't even know what's coming to them. Do they even know that I have Cassie in my party? Do they even know?
My warp sight reveals something.
Your kind has no right to exist.
Oh, I didn't realize those were enemies. I should have known, considering the trap. Can I get any of those guys? No, not really.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Okay, that's all right.
You call this a strike?
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me, if you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Rude. Okay, no cover there, really.
This tedium is beneath me.
Okay, 91, you have 136. Let's analyze you.
Let me educate you on the art of pain. A work for a flesh crafter.
You cannot force me, Elantak.
No, we took the ability that made this. We took it, didn't we? Did we not take the ability that made that fully ranged? What was that called? Let's see, it would be in archetypes for the bounty hunter. Hot on the trail now has an unlimited range and reduces the target armor. So that's not even working. Huh. So that talent is not working. We should not have a range on this. That's upsetting. Well, you mostly hit your own on that one, buddy.
I will tear your heart out.
Okay, this battle is going to be wide, it looks like. It goes all the way into the back there. Probably going to lose a lot of these yellows.
Get to the heritage!
Oh, not bad, not bad, dude. Not bad. Well done, sir.
Indeed.
Wall of Rockcrete.
Faith without
controlled
deeds
shot?
is worthless.
That way this doesn't hit Abelard.
You will pay for this in blood.
Okay, I wanted more of those to hit, not gonna lie.
I'll do it.
Woe to you! I'll see to it personally. On it.
he'll be marked.
I'll see to it personally.
Alas, no. Let's see to it. But of course, Lord Captain.
What a disgrace.
Okay, those guys all went that direction. Can you see any of them through there? Let's do Hammer of the Emperor.
Emperor, give me strength.
You call this a strike?
What just happened? Oh, that was weird. Try that again.
As duty demands.
I clicked and it just moved the thing. That was strange.
Me?
Alright, one of those guys was marked. She'll get a extra turn. Voice a command on you.
That is foolishness.
You know what? There's nobody near us right now. Let's just wait. For one round, all allies in the area gain 13% cover efficiency.
Isn't this a job for the
It's free,
serfs?
so we'll do that.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Don't think you're going to be able to do much. Yeah. Let's see if that does anything.
You will pay for
Oh,
this.
I didn't even see that guy. Where'd you come from, bro?
I'll show you why navigators are feared.
Woe to you!
Did that finish him? No, good. Because if this can finish him, you get a couple AP back.
Hear you moving. No more.
I don't think that... Yeah, everybody who's been marked is dead at this point, so I don't think that's useful. And I don't think you'll be able to see anybody for any of those, so there's not that much you can actually do anyway. You can't hit anybody yet. Oh, wait, you might have a line of sight here?
I understand
Cool.
your...
Alright, we'll take that.
Unleash my fury.
Yeah, that isn't working, so...
Stop trying,
That should work, but
monkey.
it doesn't, because apparently that talent is broken.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I move as if unseen.
This can't be over. Agony.
Easy.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, we dismantled that. I wonder if they could have used that? Otherwise, what's the point of dismantling it? Smell of burning and blood permeates the air around the desecrated chapel. Numerous bodies littered the ground. Some corpses were mutilated with particular cruelty, while others were killed quickly, almost in passing. Alright, with that I think we need to end this episode. We'll continue exploring this area and taking back our capital. Thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you feel really bad for this guy and his poor head, actually I think that's an Eldari. Never mind, if you don't feel bad for this guy who's an Eldari, or not an Eldari, a Drukhari, go ahead and make sure that you like and subscribe. You know, just do it. Just do it. Anyways, bye everybody.
I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters: Darren York, ZTD, Knife Namaste, Kyle the Monarch, Chris Murphy, JW, Quinless, Vlado101, Andy Ford, Bruce Wizzle, Black Mamba 90, Eureka Gecko, A Happy Fat Panda, Turkeyfoot 27, Pedo Kuto, Shadow Raven, Hannah Kate the Great, The Blue Electric Cat, Emily Kuzanoa, and Nadia N. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.